Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher, and Fortnite is coming back. I'm also back. I've returned from my vacation, my first vacation in years. But while I was gone, I missed some very important Fortnite-related things, including a very crucial Fortnite tweet. It kind of gave me some hope that, if this goes well for Fortnite, we could really see a resurgence and a huge explosion in popularity more than ever before, something that could rival the OG days of Fortnite content and Fortnite fun. This could mean more viewership for the game, more videos and content being made, more players and streamers who might not stream the game anymore returning to the game or trying it out again. We've seen games like Minecraft that have had millions and millions of players take huge dips in popularity, and then just recently, in the past couple of years, Minecraft has surged like crazy, unlike anything I've seen before for a game that's over 10 years old. That is on the table for Fortnite. I can see it happening. Today's video is very important to me as a content creator for Fortnite for the past 3 years. I love this game and its community, and I want to see the future of the game be bigger and brighter. And I think there is potential, especially because of this important tweet from one of the faces of Fortnite, TSM Myth, one of the innovators of building and the early adopters of the Fortnite Battle Royale. And the fact that he's thinking this way gives me a lot of confidence on this topic, because he's somebody who played the game and doesn't really play anymore. Of course, when I talk about the game, I still play the game, so I can be a little bit biased. So what is the tweet? Well, TSM Myth, he tweeted out, remember this tweet: Fortnite will make a cultural / popularity comeback. He followed up by saying, Fortnite supposedly releasing Unreal Engine modding will take Fortnite to the effing moon, and I'm calling it right now. Of course, I liked this tweet. I replied, and so did a lot of other people. Some people replied with some skepticism, and some people replied, saying that this is true. This is eventually going to happen. Basically, what Myth is referring to is the Unreal Engine modding that is being worked on, that has been teased. Now, we've been talking about modding for a long time, and we know that Epic has plans to eventually integrate it sometime this year, and maybe this is something that we're going to see with the release of Chapter 3. It would be an interesting tie-in of a new chapter of Fortnite, and then, of course, giving the creative control to people all around the world to create their own versions of the game, to create their own concepts and game modes and LTMs, and whatever we desire, we'll be able to create. One thing I want to point out is that this tweet doesn't mean that Fortnite is dying or that Fortnite is not popular anymore. But Fortnite, in my opinion, in the cultural side of things on Twitch and on YouTube, is not as popular as it once was a couple of years ago. It's still insanely popular and still one of the most watched and played games in the world. Even with these huge collaborations, anime crossovers that are potentially in the works, and then LeBron James, of course, dropping in today in the item shop. If you're planning to get him, use my creator code SypherPK if you want to support me. All of this still happening, all of this going crazy, but a lot of the people who used to stream the game, and a lot of the people, and maybe your friends, might not play the game as much or are not as interested. This is very natural for a game. People play it. It goes through cycles where it's super hyped and literally everyone is playing and talking about it. And then some people leave, and it kind of goes through the motions of being hype again, and then people not being as excited. And I feel like Fortnite is about to make a huge swing in the upwards momentum when they implement modding. The gates are going to open up for just endless possibilities, and whatever you desire could be possible and will be created in the game. This is actually a very important topic because there's been a bit of drama in the Fortnite community that happened today that I want to touch upon, and it has something to do with the casual side versus the competitive side of the game. Before we go into more details, I want to give a big shout out to our energy partner, XP Sports. XP Sports have a variety of gaming supplements that are created to enhance your gaming experience. Over the past couple months, we've been running a giveaway with them to give away over $1,000 worth of equipment to upgrade your gaming setup, and we're also giving away XP Sport and Rocket prize packs. The giveaway actually ends tonight at midnight. There's no purchase necessary. Just click the link in the description down below and go into the giveaway. XP Sports is available for purchase on Amazon and Walmart.com, as well as 200 plus Walmart stores across the nation. You guys can use code Cypher to get 30% off Boost Powder, XP Sport Gummies, and Zero Lag. That is also in the description down below. Without further ado, let's jump back into the video. But before we get into the drama, I want to point out that Fortnite did have an update recently with the inflatable. They actually ended up vaulting the inflatable after a few hours because there was a bunch of game-breaking bugs with the item. So I didn't even get to get my hands on it before it got removed. I was just coming home from vacation. Fortnite is adding a lot of these Fortnite-like fun items that kind of resemble the old school Fortnite items that made the game special. We're also getting pretty consistent updates because just next week, we are finally getting update 17.2, which is supposedly the update that's going to take out Coral Castle. It's going to get destroyed by the mothership. So let's talk about this drama that's happened in the Fortnite community. HypeX, a prominent leaker, he tweeted out saying, "How do people watch competitive Fortnite anymore? It's so boring and empty. Even by watching the best players, I can't even watch their highlights anymore because it's so repetitive. World Cup era was the last time competitive streams were fun, and you can't blame Epic about it." So this tweet was not received well by competitive players. There was a lot of people striking back and replying saying that, you know, if you don't like competitive, there's nothing really for you in competitive. Like, stick to the casual side of things. Pretty much all the pro players were getting involved on this tweet and giving their 2 cents. And I'm going to try to give you guys my perspective on the topic, because what I think is that HypeX tried to make a point that I've actually been saying for a while now, but it wasn't delivered smoothly. And as a result, there was a lot of, defensive firebacks coming in from professional players. He's saying that competitive Fortnite is not fun to watch. I will say this, right? Competitive viewership for Fortnite has been declining. Here's what I think HypeX was trying to say regarding the competitive scene. Epic has made a shift where they don't add items into competitive that could potentially ruin the competitive integrity. As a result, most of competitive actually just revolves around, your core gun mechanics. The map changing is actually the most significant thing that contributes towards the competitive scene from season to season, at least in the past couple of seasons. Most of the gunplay has revolved around, is the pump shotgun in the game or is it not? And for the past couple seasons, we've had the pump, and it's been just pretty much a mix of pump, AR, and now we have snipers back, but we've had snipers before season 6, so that's not really a new thing. As a result, we have a more consistent competitive system. That is true. And it is more competitive than throwing things in like mythic swords or overpowered ballers. The past couple seasons of competitive have kind of felt the same, and there hasn't been significant meta changes and significant strategy changes around these things, especially for most of the people competing. This doesn't really apply to the super top level players that have higher level strategies and really take things to the next level. I'm talking about your average competitive player that plays in the Cash Cup and all that stuff. Not much has changed in that regard. Now, what's the solution to the situation? Do you just start throwing interesting, fun items into competitive to make it better to watch, to give the viewers a better experience at the cost of pro players' sanity? It's really a tough issue, and I don't really think there is a clear answer. How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comments down below. It's a pretty tricky subject. I think both sides of this have some valid points. Of course, the delivery from both sides could be done better so that people understand, what people are trying to say instead of just attacking each other. I do wonder if modding could be the solution for this competitive problem, where people start creating modded competitive maps and modded competitive modes that are both fun to watch and interesting, but are also competitive and balanced. Like, it feels like a far stretch, but if you think about some of the competitive scenes that have existed in other games, some of the maps created, for example, in CSGO, were used or created by the community and then became official maps for competitive playlists. But of course, when this gets applied, when we finally have modding, it's not really going to matter. This whole casual versus sweaty argument could cease to exist because people will be able to play in a casual environment and play casual modded versions of the game and modded modes if they choose to do so. And the people who want to play competitive and sweat will have those options as well. And then there will be a mix in some of the other modes. I think when you consider the insane amount of content that is potentially coming to the game with mods, it's not going to really matter what side of it you're on, whether you're a competitive player, a casual player, or somewhere in between. There'll be something for you to enjoy, and the game will have endless possibilities. We saw how the Grand Theft Auto and Rust, role-playing servers have taken off and created insane amount of content on both YouTube and Twitch. That can also exist for Fortnite. All we need is the right people to create those modes, and we're going to see a huge shift from battle royale to just all kinds of crazy chaotic stuff that people are going to come up with. Just keep your eyes peeled. There's a lot coming up for the game, and I'm super excited to be a part of it. Guys, I'm really happy to be back. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on stream.